when I saw this video with that skull, that Philadelphia skull cap on, with this disagreement that you had with, I think his name was Seti from Detroit, and y'all had this thing going on, and you called yourself the King Kong of consciousness when it comes to the black movement. That rubbed me the wrong way, and I must admit that you are a brilliant man, brilliant ideas, but to say that you, based on everything you're preaching right now, to say that your alpha is the King Kong of consciousness, it really wipes out other alphas in the room. And that's what I saw. I saw two alphas. I didn't see you as the dominant alpha. I saw two alphas, and I was wondering, where's the humility that could be effective? Because we sit up here preaching to our kids in a certain way, to be a certain way, but then we don't seem like we have complete control over our alpha outbreaks. I just want you to respond to that for me, please.
Certainly. I'll respond to it. Was that he kept us distracted so long through Al Sharpton and others, telling us we got to defend the black president. We got to defend the black president. White folks is attacking the black. We got to defend the black president. And while we're so hypnotized by defending the black president, Obama allowed to take all the civil rights that our ancestors fought for the last 100 years and give them to women and illegal immigrants. So by the time Obama leaves office, black people are set back to the 1960s. When Obama became president, we were the priority minority. We were the priority minority for 44 consecutive presidents. Guess what? Under President George W. Bush, 45, this is the first time in American history, the first time that black people are no longer the priority minority. Homosexuals are more important than you. Immigrants are more important than you. Mexicans are more important than you. Gays are more important than you. And it's all your fault because you let a Negro brainwash you into accepting second place citizenship amongst the second place minority movement.
How is it President Obama's fault, though, that America has lost their morals, period? America don't have morals. So how is it President
America
Obama
never had morals?
It never had morals. Okay, let's talk about that. America never had morals. So if America never had morals, how is it some planet conspiracy that President Obama was placed into office to be able to guide the black people toward morals? No morals in a country is just no morals in a country. That means we become victims of our own liberation. That means that if you feel like you got the right to think whatever you want to think, you become victims of liberation when there's no morals to police you. That's what we're becoming victims of, our own liberation. It don't have anything to do with President Obama.
Oh yes, it does, my brother. Every president has a domestic agenda. Every president has a domestic agenda. Every president has a domestic agenda.
I'm just saying that
agenda was the 1994 crime bill. Every president has a domestic agenda. Every president. It's not about individual decisions. You got to get out of the individual decision. It's about systematic agenda. Systematic agenda. Abortion is killing more black children than black on black crime. Homosexuality helps to speed that up. There's a document that you need to read. There's a document that you need to read if you doubt that this was organized by the government. In 1974, please read this, and you can download it offline. 1974, Secretary of State Henry Kissinger, his National Security Memorandum 200. Please read it. The whole memorandum was about what, gentlemen? Population control. Read the document. It's over 300 pages. He talked about introducing sexual education in the schools as a means to reducing the black population rate. This is by design.
But it don't work if you don't have sex. It don't work. The whole design don't work if you don't engage in premarital sex. Having a conspiracy theory about killing people.
There's no conspiracy theory.
No, I'm saying it don't work.
All mine is documented. I'm giving you the document right now. There's no conspiracy.
I got you.
We have to stop calling stuff conspiracy theories just because white folks don't approve of it.
Okay, well, let's change this way.
Do we call CNN conspiracy theory? They lie every day. Do we call Headline News conspiracy theory? They lie every day.
Okay.
Do we call USA Today conspiracy theory? That's the conspiracy theory. This is truth. When it comes out of the mouth of white folk, it's truth. When it comes from black folks, conspiracy theory.
Okay. I apologize about that. Let's back that up. I apologize. I don't want to call it conspiracy theory. Let's back that up. Let's say we are speaking in a way that we are blind sheep. Like anything that is coming up, It's not illegal. If I don't do anything illegal, I can't go to jail for not doing anything illegal if I don't do nothing illegal. Now,
You're not dealing with systematic. Let's take that. Let's see. You're dealing with it from the individual, not the systematic. Policy is not set for individuals. Policy is set for groups. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
Up until 1940, Irish, Italians, and Jews, right here in Chicago, and all across America, but especially here, they were not considered white folks because they were mixed with black DNA. Southern Europeans were not considered white folks. In 1940, the United States government made them white. Until 1940, what were they doing? They were breaking the law, stealing, killing, gang banging, guns, drug running, booze, alcohol, everything under the sun. They engaged in it, rackets, etc. They was in the streets getting drunk. They was killing each other. They was doing exactly the same thing we do. You know why? Because they were cut out of the American apple pie. They were not allowed to realize this slice of the American dream. In the 1940s, America decided to upgrade them to being white. That's what they did. They gave the Irish the inner city police departments in the black community. They gave the Italians the inner city fire departments in the black community. And they gave the European Jews the downtown municipal government civil service jobs that they still dominate in 85% of black community governments today. So all we did was go into the criminal enterprise that white folks formerly operated. You were never given the opportunities that they were given. This is systemic. You lock a black man up, you give him a felony, he gets out of jail. He has an 85% chance of going back to jail within a year. Does he want to go back to jail? I was on the phone yesterday, my brother, driving from my home to the Philadelphia airport. I picked up the phone. I was talking to a brother. He cried on the phone yesterday, y'all. He cried because he said, Doc, I don't want to go back to jail. I done filled out 50 applications. Nobody will hire me. I don't want to break the law. I'm not going to break the law. I need to meet with you just so you can keep my spirit strong. I watch your videos just to stay positive. He cried, y'all, because he wants a chance and America won't give him one. This ain't about no morals. This ain't about no bad decisions. This is about a policy that takes groups and systematically, politically, and economically disenfranchises them. You cannot help us if you try to trace all the problems in the black community to a moral issue. This is about political, economic power. Put the morals to the side.
So we trying to make it sound like we have no individual control of our behavior.
You have listen,
because of the system.
On the individual level, my brother.
Okay. Let's go here.
European Jews ain't doing individualism. They doing proof. Here's the question. See, here's the thing. We'll talk about individual responsibility, but we don't say nothing about the black politician. We don't say nothing about the black church that take millions of dollars every year. Why ain't the black church making jobs for black men so they have to go back to jail? Take me, for example. I've never been to jail. I have 6 degrees. I've never been to jail. I'm a doctor of clinical psychology. I graduated from a very prestigious school.
Okay.
But guess what? Let me go out here today. A white man tries to hurt me. I take self-defense. Because he was white and he benefits from white privilege, he could have been a dead broke poor white man. But he's going to benefit from white privilege because he's white. I got 6 degrees, and guess what? I'm going to suffer from racism because I'm black. I'm going to be put in jail 20 plus years. When I come out, I'll never be allowed to be an educator, a principal, a psychologist ever again. And guess what I would have to do? Something I never even thought of doing. I would have to contemplate breaking the law because I got two daughters who got to eat. This ain't about no damn morals. It's about giving certain people opportunity and systematically denying that same opportunity in others. The greatest trick racism ever pulled was convince black people that it don't exist.
Okay, what's your take on Trump and his inauguration? His take on immigration plan.
First of all, that immigrant argument.
Yeah.
A black person is a damn fool if they running out there supporting those immigrants. Do you realize immigrants have never been your friend? They've never been your friend. When slavery ended, America imported 2 million Irish East Indians to America to work on the railroads. Why are you bringing in Irish and East Indians to work on American railroads and Chinese when you got 2 million ex-slaves who can't find work? You know why they did it? Because they decided that the only way to get rid of black folks is to make sure we keep them unemployed. We can't empower and exterminate at the same time. They brought people in and gave them jobs to prevent you from getting a job. Immigrants don't come to America to help blacks or work with blacks. They come here to help further disenfranchise you and take your place. The Mexicans are your replacement groups. The Mexicans are your replacement groups. That's why they build in prisons, because they can give all the low-paying jobs to the Mexicans. And you got black folks out here talking about, we got to stand with the immigrants. Them Arabs ain't coming here to help you. They up in Michigan now, Detroit now, exploiting black folks, shooting black folks, selling the dope and the guns all throughout the state of Michigan. Ain't no Latinos here for you. Ain't no East Indians here for you. They racist. I just had to report an East Indian to a hotel chain in Richmond last week because I called the hotel. I spoke in Richmond last week, and I called and I said, "Do you have any hotel rooms?" And they said, "Yes, we got a couple, $139 a night, no problem." I get to the hotel. The East Indian sees me. Guess what he says? "We sold out." I said, "I just spoke to your receptionist who's standing right there 2 minutes ago. She said y'all had several rooms. How y'all sold out?" That damn racist East Indian didn't want me in his hotel, so I reported his ass. Make sure we report those incidents of racism. And I told the hotel chain, if that shit ever happen again, you better know who you talking to. Look my name up. I promise you, you won't get another black dollar. Jumped on their asses and said, I better never do that again. They don't like us. So why are we fighting for immigrants who don't fight for black folks? Do you realize that most Africans in Africa will never get a chance to visit America? I got friends in Africa who were trying to get a visa to come see me for a couple of days and won't even get it because America has a 0% policy on let black folks come to America. You only come if you got a student visa, a work visa, or a house Negro visa. Same thing from the Caribbean. You can't even get in America from the Caribbean. It's almost difficult to get here from different islands. We've been had an immigrant problem. Africans been had an immigrant problem. Ain't nobody fight for us. So we supposed to turn around and fight for Arabs and East Indians and Chinese? I don't think so. I'm for black people, and I'm only for black people.
I got to give him credit on that. I got to tell you something. I feel 100% like you feel on that. 100%. That's all I have to say.
Well, let me ask you this question.
Fighting for them to come here and take our jobs. We fighting for the immigrants to come here and take our jobs, take our benefits. They don't come to share. Everyone comes to America to build a cultural empire. Everybody wants power. Black people just want participation.
Hey, Dr. Johnson, I want to ask you this question because there was another video I saw. I saw this video, and it really it did something to me. It disturbed me a little bit based off of everything that you're doing, everything that you're standing for, everything that you're standing firm about. It bothered me when you had this Philadelphia skull cap on, right? That's funny.
You will bring that up.
Hey, I gotta bring it up.
We keep it real on Job Jacket. We keep it real on Job Jacket.
Because this is what I do. You got to understand this part of me. This part of me, I have a basketball and beyond program on Tuesday nights that I talk to young black men on every Tuesday. Okay. And when I saw this video with that skull, that Philadelphia skull cap on, with this disagreement that you had with, I think his name was Seti from Detroit. And y'all had this thing going on. And you called yourself the King Kong of consciousness when it comes to the black movement. That rubbed me the wrong way. And I must admit that. You are a brilliant man, brilliant ideas. But to say that you, based on everything you're preaching right now, to say that your alpha is the King Kong of consciousness, it really wipes out other alphas in the room. And that's what I saw. I saw two alphas. I didn't see you as the dominant alpha. I saw two alphas. And I was wondering, where's the humility that could be effective? Because we sit up here preaching to our kids in a certain way to be a certain way, but then we don't seem like we have complete control over our alpha outbreaks. I just want you to respond to that for me, please.
Certainly. I'll respond to it. Great question. I've been serving black folks my entire life. I've kept more black kids out of special ed than any educator you can name. I've helped more black parents for free than any educator or psychologist you can name. My point is, all of us are human. And if I take and have a moment, I'm going to have a moment. It might not be my last moment. I might have another moment. And guess what? That's all right by me because I'm a human and I give myself the right to make those mistakes. My good far outweighs my bad. And when it comes to being King Kong consciousness, well, I got to claim to that too. Because when you look at people who come into consciousness today in this country, the world, rather, because I'm Pan-African, the world, there's few names going to come before mine, and that ain't ego, that's just truth. That's just truth. A lot of people came through consciousness through DR.UMAR. And when you deal with relevancy and practical solution and application, and who's really out here battling with our mothers and battling with our kids, who got the National Independent Black Parent Association? Who got the Team Pan-African? Who got the Repatriation Task Force? Who out here with the college tours? Who's doing the work? Not talking, doing the work. So I will call myself King Kong consciousness and the Prince of Pan-Africanism and anything else I want to call myself because I got a track record to back it up. If you feel it's ego, fine. And I'll being perfect, but I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm trying to do the best job I can for my people. So if people want to find little Achilles heels and squeeze them. But while they focusing on my deficit, I'm going to be focusing on my blessings.
Hey, tell us where your event is tomorrow. Tell us where your event is tomorrow one more time. Give us the address to your event again, man.
Y'all brothers too much. I love y'all.
Hey, well, before you get to the point, but I want to congratulate you, man, on what you're doing. I want you to keep it going out here, brother. And everything you're doing, man, even the rants, all that is appreciated, because anybody that attack where you coming from, you're going to defend yourself. And then sometimes you got to get it to the point and get 100. That's what you did. I had no problem with it, and I appreciate it, because we go hard. You going hard the positive way, and if you cost me, I'm going to go hard the other way. And I appreciate that.
Exactly. See, fellas, y'all got to realize, I rarely have the moment. I don't have too many moments.
Hey, man, you always going to have a moment on Jaw Jacket, man. You got to do what we did today, man. You got to understand that this is where this atmosphere is. This is where that platform is. You can tell, Bob, man, I don't agree with you, Negro. You can tell, you know what I'm saying? This is where it's at. So when you in Chicago, make sure you look up at Intellectual Radio and know you got a spot to vent. And you know, tell us our perspectives be coonish, whatever. But you got a spot here. Tell us about your event again tomorrow.
Good conversation. Very good conversation. And again tomorrow, and also, fellas, if you ever want to bring me back on the show, y'all doing a special, conversation on the topic, y'all want me to chime in, y'all can always.
Man, we want you in the studio, man. We ain't nobody got time to keep on talking to you over the phone, man. And I can't even see your 6'3", 300 pounds. Cause see, I'm 5'10", 200. You know what I mean? But I think I'm 7 feet. So man, nobody got time to keep on talking to you. We want to see you in studio.
Yes, we do.
No doubt. We're gonna make that happen. We definitely gonna make that